Welcome back, it's Javier.
And Adela. Today we're going to be reviewing Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. But before we get into that, we wanted to talk a little bit about some other things.
So first off, I just want to, say thank you to anybody who did watch our last review, which was for Rob Zombie's 3 from Hell. At the moment, that is actually our highest viewed video, and there's actually activity on that video. So I do want to thank everybody who did watch that video and liked or disliked it. Thank you for getting us that many views, and even if you didn't necessarily agree with the opinions we had in that movie, thank you for at least giving us a try.
And hi, all of our new subscribers. We've got quite a few since that video.
Oh yeah.
So hello, thanks for subscribing. But one thing we did want to say is that video we got some pretty nasty comments on that video that didn't actually show up because they were blocked. But we just wanted to say, disagreement is fine. Everyone can disagree. We all have our own opinions. That's perfectly fine. That's the point of reviewing things. I'm sure there's things we reviewed that we loved that, plenty of people hate. And it goes both ways. That's fine. We can disagree all we want to. But when it comes down to personally attacking us and calling us names and saying hateful things, that is not okay. That won't be tolerated, At the end of the day, they're just movies. It's not that deep. It's not that serious. So, when you're personally attacking us, calling us names, and bringing our personal lives into our opinions on a damn movie, that's just taking it too far. So,
So like I said, we want to thank everybody who did watch that video, regardless, whether or not you liked our opinions on it, didn't. And, because, that video did great, but again, it's just a movie at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's not that serious.
Being attacked personally, I don't know what that has to do anything at all with reviewing the movie.
Yeah. So yeah, we just want to make it very clear. We want you guys to share your opinions 100%. We share our opinions. That's what our channel is all about, is sharing our opinions. So we want you guys to share your opinions with us too. But in still a respectful and kind manner, like we always do. We would never call someone names or bring their personal life or personal situations or anything into their opinion on a movie. Because like I said, at the end of the day, it's just a movie. There's plenty of other more important issues going on in the world that we could be getting so riled up about. So it did get some, some pretty nasty stuff. So we just wanted to remind you guys that we want to hear your opinions. Everyone is entitled to their own. That's great. But let's try to keep it respectable and kind. Let's be kind to each other, okay? But yeah, we just wanted to say that. Hi, new subscribers. Hi, we hope you like us. But yeah, now we can get into scary movies. No. Scary movies to tell in the dark.
Alright.
Scary stories to tell in the dark.
So, funny thing about this, when this movie came out, there was a thing going on online about how, certain stores were only going to be, for some reason, getting, DVDs or 4K editions of this movie. Do I know why? I don't know. But, our Walmart, the one we go to, was one of those. I guess maybe just, the whole promotion aspect of it. How 4K is starting to become more of a thing. So yeah, we ended up getting Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark on 4K. And watching this movie, we had seen the trailers a long time ago after the trailers got released, or the first trailer got released, we went to watch the trailer. We were excited to watch the trailer because we grew up reading these books, the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark books. They're more of they're short little stories. So we went into watching the trailer thinking it was going to be advertising some kind of anthology movie, because that's what we thought it was going to be when we heard there was an adaptation. But it turned out that they just took all kinds of these short little stories / poems and stuff from the books and just kind of formed a story just around that, which honestly, we were really iffy about this movie. We weren't even sure we wanted to watch it.
Yeah, I thought I was going to hate it. I grew up on these books. I know a lot of us did, but I've always loved creepy stuff. I've always loved horror and, spooky stuff. And these books, I had all of them. And I was always reading them and looking at them. The pictures were freaking amazing. They never scared me. I just loved them so much.
Yeah, the artwork was great.
And I remember I memorized a lot of the poems. Like the Hearst poem was my absolute favorite. I had it memorized. I don't anymore. I have some of it memorized, but it was my favorite. So when I heard they were making a movie, I thought it was going to be an anthology, kind of like the A to Z anthologies where they were just going to do a little short on each story. That's what we expected going into it. And then when it was just a mashup and like a whole separate story altogether, I was disappointed. And I didn't know if, like he said, I didn't know if we wanted to watch it. Thought I was going to hate it. But, you know.
We skipped this one in theaters because, you know, at first our plans were like, oh, yes, scary stories to tell in the dark. So excited to watch it. And then the trailer came. Like, you know what? Might just skip it.
Maybe not, yeah. And I haven't been super impressed with Del Toro's previous films. Like, he's so creative, but I feel like a lot of his stuff is lackluster. Which, I mean, that's...
And, you know, it kind of has been for a while. A lot of his older stuff was, like, that's really when he was, like, at his best. Like, stuff like Crimson Peak. I know there's people who love that movie, but that movie it's not a good ghost movie.
Yeah. But, yeah, so anyway, we decided to wait for it to come out physically. We picked it up. We watched it. And we actually love it. Like, it's so good. It's so well done. The visuals are incredible. They mashed up the stories and used, like, the perfect ones.
And yeah, for those of you who haven't seen this movie because you're iffy about it, this is not your typical, what you've come to know, James Wan kind of horror. So this is not like, you know, the visuals in this movie are actually really, really good for it being a horror movie. This is not going to be one of those movies where everything looks like it came out of a Conjuring universe movie.
Yeah.
This is not that.
No, it's not. And it's really incredible. And it has, you know, it takes place, what is it, the 60s?
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah, it's not like modern day or anything. It's literally the 60s. The protagonists are like these unlikely characters, like kind of loser characters, and it's just
like this is a losers club but done better.
Yeah. It's really, really good.
And like the time period it takes place, like this movie captures that time period perfectly. Like there's a little bit of like racial tensions in this movie, so for anybody who plans on watching this movie, hasn't seen it, just a warning.
I mean, it's not
it's not bad at all, but you know, it does really, since it takes place in the 60s, you kind of got to be accurate about what you're putting in there.
But it's really good. A lot of crazy shit happens, and it does leave it open-ended. So we may be seeing more scary stories to tell in the dark.
Yeah, I mean, the premise to this movie is simple. You know, just a group of misfits. They decide to go into this house that is haunted because, you know, murders happened in that house.
Well, they say it's haunted.
Well, yeah, they say it's haunted. So they stumble into, like, a secret part of the house. And the main girl in this movie, she finds a book. And, you know, she steals that book and decides to, she reads a passage out of that book before she steals it. Thus awakening a spirit.
Yeah. So then the book is actually the book is the scary stories to tell in the dark. It's the book that has all the stories in it. But the girl who wrote the stories, who lived like way back in the day, who's dead now, she wrote the stories and they would come to life. So everything that was written in the book comes true. So that's kind of what happens is she takes the book and then it starts writing new stories and a bunch of crazy shit happens.
So yeah. So this group of misfits, you know, people start disappearing little by little in this movie, so it's up to this group of misfit friends to kind of like figure out what's going on, what the spirit who's writing this book, these stories, wants in order for like everything to stop. And you know, the stuff that happens in this movie is pretty crazy. You know, this movie is only PG-13, but there is some pretty dark stuff in this movie that, you know, it surprises me how this movie didn't get like an R rating. The deaths in this movie are like, and the disappearances are like pretty gruesome for like being a PG-13 movie, which really surprises me because there's like this one in particular, and I won't spoil anything, but it should have, like, it's almost like the scene should have been rated R. So it surprises me that they didn't, like, throw some, like, more gore in there or anything, because this movie would have made a good R-rated movie. I mean, the movie is good regardless.
Yeah.
And, I think one of the best things about this movie is that the lighting in this movie is really, really, really good.
Yeah, it has this whole, like, ominous, eerie feeling throughout the whole movie. Like, it just works.
And again, this is, like, one of, like, Guillermo del Toro's, like, better stuff. It says on here that he did the screen story. So he obviously did it really, really well. But yeah, it's a really good movie. For anybody who has read the books and doesn't really want to watch the movie because you're iffy about it, trust me, they did a really good job, kind of working certain stories in to work together. This is a really good movie.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Definitely check it out if you haven't. It's really good. And like I said, it does leave it open-ended, so we might get a sequel sometime soon. I hope.
Yeah.
Because it would be really cool to see it continued.
Man, honestly, this is a better version of, like, the Goosebumps movies that were made. This is pretty much Goosebumps, but, like, for adults.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a really good movie. Definitely, check it out on whatever format you want to check it out. You don't have to get the 4K. Again, that's just what we got because that's what was available to us. And, I'm sure you can rent it on any, like, online retailer, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll link that down below. But it's really good. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. I would definitely give it like a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, this one definitely surprised me. Probably one of the better horror movies we've seen all year.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely better than It Chapter 2. We'll say that. Like, for anybody who does like that movie, I'm sorry. Just our opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah. If you've seen this movie, let us know down below what you thought of this movie down in the comments. If you haven't, just, let us know what you have seen. Recommend stuff to us,
Mm-hmm.
Like, let us know what you like so we can watch it, maybe review it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Let us know. If there's something that you want to hear our opinions on, let us know, because we'll do that.
Yes.
Yeah. We like sharing our opinions, as long as people don't call us names.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thank you for watching. Definitely go follow us on Instagram. We'll have them on the screen somewhere and then linked down below. We'll have some cool vacation pics from our road trip that we're taking, so you'll definitely want to check us out over there. Like this video or dislike it, whatever you want to do. Before you go, let us know what you like, what you don't like, Drop us a comment down below.
Yes.
Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And ring the bell so you never miss an upload. And we will, just a little disclaimer, since we are going on vacation, our uploads might be a little staggered and they might slow down a little bit. We will be gone for 2 weeks, so
Yeah,
just so you're aware.
Upload as much as we do right now. It's going to be a little slower, so just a heads up on that. If we haven't uploaded anything in a longer amount of days than usual, we're still going to upload.
It's just because we're kicking it on a beach in Florida, okay?
So yeah.
Let us have our moment. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you didn't enjoy, sorry. Just be nice. Just be nice to us. Bye.
Bye.